One Page Weekly with Nick Slavik. Consistency. Data plus feelings. Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February, mainly due to inconsistency. A Harvard study concluded that consistent performers outperform high-potential employees over time, delivering more value in the long run. You'll experience a 23% increase in revenue if your brand is consistent. An unsatisfying truth. The power of consistency lies not in intensity, but in duration and repetition. Ask a Painter Live is a weekly social media show. I'll go live for the 468th time this week. That makes it 9 whole years of broadcasting live, never missing a week. I've spoke about coding science, entrepreneurship, and most recently, developing myself as a human leader and citizen and finding my purpose. Looking back on all these years and all these episodes, I have one beautiful thought. Ask a Painter Live has changed my life. The first show was about color. I broadcasted it from my 1917 Craftsman home at the dining room table that I built. I wore overalls. I went live and waited for people to come on, as was the common practice early in the live days on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I believe I broadcasted live that first week that Facebook ever offered that vehicle. By that time, I had seen the proliferation of a few social media platforms, and I knew that the first ones in were not only given grace, but given a boost in the algorithm. So I proceeded to give my treatise on color to maybe 1 to 3 people that wonderful morning. I was serious, slightly awkward, and had no plan. Actually, there was a little plan. The original intent of Ask a Painter Live was to be a vehicle for homeowners and DIYers, and to ask a master craftsperson everything they ever wanted to know about painting. I think I was only a few shows in before the industry found me, and the show slowly morphed into something for pros and not amateurs, and I went with the flow. I would not know of the PCA, my friends, or be doing anything I'm doing now had Ask a Painter Live not existed. A local Minnesota painter found me on Instagram because of my show. We became internet friends and then met in person at a PCA event in Chicago. We both entered the PCA together passively, awkwardly, and hesitantly. We both became chairmen of the board for that 140-year-old nonprofit a few years later. A husband and wife team from Nashville followed me. Really the husband, not the wife. Not sure she's ever actually seen one of my shows, even though she's guest hosted more than a few. I have no feelings about this, obviously. We became friends and now our families vacation together. These are only 2 examples of the amazing connections that this platform, brand, and content has created for me. There are countless others. Outside of making friends, I've made a new life for myself. The humans I met through Ask a Painter showed me a world I didn't know existed. They introduced me to kindness, empathy, vision, and steadfastness. They have beaten me up when I've asked and have shown me kindness without being asked. And because of this, the course of my life and my family's life will ever be changed. All because a passive-aggressive, introverted house painter from Minnesota took a chance, went live, and then did it consistently for 9 years, even when no one was watching. Even when there was better things to do. Even when I was experiencing tough times when scaling. When I started Ask a Painter, I was a single owner-operator. Since then, I've grown a family, a few businesses, and a new purpose in life. Cheers to 9 wonderful years. I'm grateful for my people and the opportunities this has given me. I hear 10 years is a pretty important anniversary. I suppose I should start planning something. This has been One Page Weekly with Nick Slavik.